Hi, everybody. Welcome to That's a Thing, episode .09. It is Wednesday, February the 20th. I'm Drew Edwards, Drew or False on Twitter.
I'm Kevin Raylith. Y'all know who it is, who it be. You ready? Drew isn't excited to record the podcast today.
I don't, it just hit me up like, oh, well, I guess I have to talk about my week, and did I do anything this week?
Oh man, no. See, that's where it happens. This is where the honeymoon period of a creative project. Even this, as low as it is, as the creative project has gone away, and it's bad. Like the comic has stopped being fun like years ago. It's more of a habit that I have to do.
I forget that thing's been going for years.
It's been like 4 years. It's weird because like you look at it and it doesn't look like it. Like it doesn't look good at all. But you just I gotta talk a little quieter because I'm starting to blow out the mic. Like you can
Yeah.
so I gotta. But like you're getting there, and it's just not like. The art hasn't improved, but I feel like I'm better at making the comics.
It's just become more efficient.
Oh, it's way more efficient. I think I said a while back, because I was thinking about making a cartoon where I could do a panel in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we did the math last week.
Yeah. Was that on the podcast?
Yes, that was on the podcast.
Oh, no.
See, I listen to every podcast. People ask why, and I tell them, how else do I know to give it a thumbs down?
Okay. Valid. I mean, it's weird. It's some things about it, like I forget. Like,
Yep.
I can understand like the real podcast people who like they say I don't listen to the podcast, and I understand because sometimes you forget. Like, did I talk about that on mic, or was that just like separate?
Yeah. But I will also something weird that I think has come out of this podcast is I feel like I'm in a better mental health space.
Oh well, no, that's true because I don't know if I've said I don't know where I don't know where I say it, but one of the things about doing my dumb comic is that if something bad happens to me, my brain goes, well, that's a good comic. So like when I got in a car wreck, my brain was like, man, that's gonna be an easy comic, and it helps because at least I can turn the malaise into mayonnaise.
Well, speaking of bad things happening to you, how's your week been, Kevin?
Actually, it's been all right. I haven't had that much problems. I've nothing major is going on.
Yeah.
I finished Hitman. It's good. It gets hard. Like it's interesting because the first couple levels I feel are easy, and then around mission 3 or 4, it's kind of like like 4 is I think there's 6. So 5 is where it gets hard.
Plus the bonus one.
The bonus ones are just kind of like remixes. Like I played 1 or 2 of those. It's interesting because like it feels like you the more you get into it, the less kind of funky Hitman stuff you like. It more kind of wants you to go along one of its paths, but it does signpost it well, and it's cool. That game is like I didn't play it when Giant Bomb did their Game of the Year, but I understand.
Yeah,
like I completely understand.
Just watching that game, you get it.
And I played it, and I'm like, yeah, I get it.
I think it's also, I think playing with some other people makes it better too, because you have someone to share in the nonsense. And also another set of eyes looking at the screen saying, oh, no, wait.
Or just just different experiences. So in one of the bonus missions, like, it's to kill a movie star guy. Yeah. He's wearing, like, a bulletproof suit. So what happened is I'm like, okay, I go walk up to there, and I hear people, and they're like, you know what, we can, like, alter, like, the props and make his stunt prop lethal. So I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. So at 47, he like kind of sneaks back and he starts sneaking like behind the set, and the guy looks at me and goes like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. So I'm like, crap. And I try to escape, like walk out, like calmly walk out, and I kind of got into like a dead end, and I couldn't get out because there was a bunch of people standing there, and I was real frustrated. So I said, screw it, and I pulled out my pistol and I shot the guard, and all the people go like, oh no, and it's like target in lockdown, and he was just like running away. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get him. So I walk like I Agent 47 walk. The guy was running right by an explosive barrel. I shoot the barrel. He explodes. And then I just run away. And I was like, mission complete.
We all have those days, Agent 47.
And it's like, and I'm like, it's just the idea of it's like, all right, here's my plan. And it just went to crap. And it's like, that's good. I'm getting near the end of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah, that came out.
That game, I'm disappointed with it.
Well, I mean, there's so much time built up on it. It's a hard thing to deliver.
It's not even that. It's more like it's kind of like, and this is spoilers for no one listens to this, but might be spoilers for Friday's comic. And like the problem with that game is that like they're bringing people out and the people are talking, and I either don't remember who they are or did not play the game in which they appear, or I'm going to a world which it didn't appear.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yo, here's Olaf from Frozen. Don't you care? And I'm just like, I didn't see Frozen.
I did see Frozen, and as someone who saw Frozen, why would they pick Olaf?
Well,
the worst part of that movie.
Well, no, I mean he's not in it for. But what I mean is that actually the best character in the Frozen world is the giant snow monster. He's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good in battle, and he does one of those things where like the boss does the big old meteor, and your snow monster pal this thing where he just stands under it and holds it up, and you're like, oh man, that's cool.
And no, the best character in Frozen is Clayton, because those are canon.
What?
The director for Frozen, the same as Tarzan, and he confirmed they're in the same universe.
Oh.
And in fact, Tarzan is their brother.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know if those were real tweets or manufactured, but I'm going off those were real tweets, and I think it's dumb.
You leave it. Yeah, it's canon now. It's Nick Cannon. Yeah. So, like, the biggest... Like, it's just... There are cutscenes in that game where it's like Sora's on a cell phone talking to an Organization 13 member who's now good, and they're just talking about garbage for like 20 minutes. And I'm just, my brain is glazing over as they're just...
Sounds like Kingdom Hearts.
And I think it's just kind of like, because the magic does work. And I think it's because with me, it's the familiarity. Because when it was like the Toy Story world, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, I think it's neat how like Woody just tells one of the anime characters to shut up, no one loves you.
Did they actually get Tom Hanks and?
Oh, I think he got his brother,
okay.
Or they got the sound alikes are fine.
All right.
Like if they're major, but it's like that level of like where this guy's like, don't you know about Heart and Love? Woody just says shut up, and then I'm like, that's good. And like the Monsters Inc. level that takes place after the movie, where like Boo's hanging out and they're talking, and the Heartless are all like, you profited off misery too, and you're kind of like, that's an interesting idea.
But then they changed.
Well, it's but you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like
they are using proper thematic elements in weird places.
Yeah, but then it's just kind of like, here's the retelling of Tangled, and here's the retelling of Frozen, and here we're trying to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean 3, and it may be faithful, but I don't even remember what was, like, those movies got too complicated on their own.
And it's also the problem, like, Pirates 2 and 3 are
terrible.
I was going to say they're a two-parter, so they kind of just...
What happens is you go from, and
merge.
maybe in one of the other Kingdom Hearts that I missed, but, like, you go from Pirates 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, and then we're on Pirates 3. So maybe Pirates 2 happens somewhere in between. Because I remember Pirates 3 starts off where he's in, like, the crabs were on the ship and Barbossa's back and everything. And that's where this starts. Mm-hmm. And it feels like it's... The characters are confused about what's happening as I'm confused. And maybe that's intentional. But to me, Kingdom Hearts' greatest sin so far, well, it has two sins. Sin 1 is they talk a lot about replicant bodies and how we can make a replicant of someone. Like in one of they made like a fake Riku kind of puppet replicant.
Yeah.
And it's a big deal about how we need to get bodies to put hearts into, right?
All right.
And
Glory to mankind.
Yeah. No, that never comes up. That never comes up. There's no near. And I feel like it's literally setting you up for like a near world where it talks about, here's a whole setting about, we're like, we need bodies. We need someone who knows about how to make a body, how to make a vessel, how to make a vessel for a soul. And kind of thing. I'm like, oh, they're going to do it. Even though my brain knows, because like I know what worlds were in there. It doesn't.
But it's like, maybe this one slipped by. Maybe this... It's going to be, the credits will roll, and then we'll go to near.
But it's like, it's so thematically appropriate. It is like, it's just one of the problems with Kingdom Hearts. It's just like, it feels like they don't want to do any of their own properties in there.
I feel like Disney's pushing the money at them and saying, like, no, we don't
No, it has
us.
to be 90% Disney and then like 20% original. When like, you know what I'm saying?
That's 110%.
Okay, 80%. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a lot of Kingdom Hearts because that extra 10% goes into like the mobile game. But it's like, I would like if one of the 6 worlds was like a square world.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have your original character, Do Not Steal world, and then there's Square property, and then the rest are Disney. And I think that would work better. But so there's a point in the game where you go to a world that's called the final world. And I feel it is a missed opportunity that it's not called the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which is, because imagine you go into a thing and it just pops up and it just says the Final Fantasy. And you're like, oh, okay. That would have been good. But it's just, I don't know. I think those games, I think it depends on being 12, like you have to be in an age or a position where you're still into Disney movies, but also kind of into anime.
Yeah, I was going to say you either have to be into the anime side of things and that, like, overly dramatic nonsense, or the movies they have to be doing you're nostalgic for.
Yeah. And I think some of it is just, like, I've had, with the advent of, like, of Crunchyroll and stuff, I have like a saturation of quote unquote anime. But if you consider when this game's come out in like 2002, that saturation was way lower.
It was Adult Swim, or if you wanted to go torrenting.
It was more like for me, realistically, it was Toonami and it was Adult Swim, and there wasn't a lot of that kind of angsty anime stuff. Like
really.
Most of the anime was either sci-fi cops or Dragon Ball Z, and you didn't have like the kind of proliferating guy with the magic sword talking to another guy with the magic sword.
We're a few years out from Bleach yet.
Yeah, basically. And it's kind of like that was novel, whereas to me now that is one of the most bland, generic things I can see.
Sephiroth used to be really cool.
Yeah, now I'm just like, yeah, it's a Sephiroth.
Oh, it's Sephiroth again.
Okay. Like now to me, like it's cool of just nothing. All right. Anyway, Kingdom Hearts. I kind of feel like if you really want to see the ending, you probably should play it. Because playing it is better than watching it, just because it's part of it is the spectacle. It's not really, but it makes a difference when you're hitting the person and then pressing triangle and turning into a big pirate ship, and the pirate ship is like doing your fight in the middle of the fight rather than watching someone else do it.
Yeah,
it doesn't work that way. Other than that. I've been playing auto chess a lot. That I feel like you're either playing like a battle royale game or auto chess. Like the people.
Those are the two big things like people are playing right now.
Yeah, and
those are the two hot things.
I think there's somewhat similar because I think. Apex is winning because Fortnite might be in a bad state or not even a bad state, but like a downturn.
Yeah.
Because I try to
It's also Apex is just new.
Apex is new, but I've seen like some of the big Fortnite streamers because I will at late night turn on and I like to check what's going on at the top of Twitch.
Yeah.
Like there's the sections I hang out in where the low times, the fighting games, the people playing like weird things,
Yeah.
like the like the low. But sometimes I go and investigate like what is Ninja doing?
Sometimes I don't scroll down the browse page.
Yeah,
I stay at the
like
top.
because it's just I like to see what's up there.
Mhm.
And some of the people I saw, like one guy's like, I just don't like playing Fortnite anymore. It's boring.
No, I understand that.
And I can see like that's going, and that's sort of the same for auto chess with Hearthstone. Is all the Hearthstone people are playing auto chess, myself included, because Hearthstone kind of sucks right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, here's a card game. Here's a quote unquote card game that's fine. And that's about me. Drew, what have you been up to?
I found a new card game on my phone because I've been looking for something to play on my phone every so often. And it is, I don't know, I think there's a whole branch of phone games that are like solitaire-esque or something. I don't know. But it's called Underhand. And so you're playing as a cult leader and trying to summon the old gods.
Oh.
So the thing is, like I say, it's all deck building. Well, not deck building, but like deck based. So every time it's just card flips over, here's an event that's happening. It'll be like, oh, famine. You got to give up so many food cards that you have. Or the milkman's coming. Do you want to kidnap him and get food and a hostage? Or do you want to convert him and give him some money and get food and a cultist and suspicion?
Is that Cultist Simulator?
No.
Or is it similar to it? Because it sounds like there's a game called like Cult Simulator, and it was like a card game. Maybe it's like, it sounds similar.
I mean, it could be the rob thing. If it is like someone has just blatantly robbed the thing and done it, please tell me and I'll go support the official one.
Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, but it sounds like it.
I've never watched Cultist Simulator.
I haven't either. But I know that, like,
Yeah.
I've seen cards. I'm like, is that it? Well, whatever.
But it's nice. There's weird. I'm not completely sure how you summon the next gods. Like I stumbled into one because I ran out of food and it triggered a bad event called like Red Dreams, where it's like, oh, well now we're cannibals and we're summoning the Wendigo.
Oh.
So then I was like, okay, well there's other bad events where like if you have too many cards, you get punished with greed. I'm like, well, if I get greed too much, does that happen?
So that's interesting.
But I don't think so.
It's interesting that some of the success states are from a fail state. I think that's an interesting thing of a game where it's like, if you lose hard enough, that's a path to victory.
Yeah,
if you have no food and people start eating each other, and then you summon the cannibal Wendigo curse,
especially if you think it was like, well, you're a cult, you're bad people anyway, so yeah, getting your gods are gonna be through like what we call sinning.
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
Also, I don't know for sure. It's probably just because it was the second game I played, i.e. the first game outside of the tutorial. But it felt unwinnable, and it made me think, well, that's actually a genius move for developers to do. Just to be like, no, your first actual game, you're just going to lose. We're going to pull that Band-Aid off, and now, like, you don't worry about losing anymore.
Yeah. Any other stuff?
Also, okay, so I watched, like, Return of the Drunken Master a couple weeks back.
Is that Drunken Master 2?
Yeah.
Is that the one at the end where he drinks and then throws up and then fights?
Yeah, he's fighting in the industrial one.
That's the good one.
That's the good one. Well, they're both good, but that is the good one.
Yeah.
But I found out his mom, who plays Mahjong and stuff, like his stepmom, so her name's Anita Moy, and she was a Cantonese pop idol.
Oh.
So I've been, like, listening to her stuff for music. And shout outs to anyone on YouTube who just does like the hour-long music videos of just album compilations.
Oh, those are the
because you don't get ads, you don't have to do the stupid load states. It's just here it all is.
So those are the unsung heroes. Like, to me, that's the new Kaza.
Yeah,
it's the YouTube video of like, here's whatever OST, and it's usually like. And it's the ones that are like impossible, where it's like, yo, I want the theme song to Garo, and some guy's done it. I'm like, thank you, Mystery Man.
You're the hero.
You're the true hero. Please support their official rollers.
Yeah. But all of her stuff is like really wistful.
Oh,
And,
it's that kind of kind of one.
I did not expect that, but it's like, oh, this is real good.
Yeah, there's a lot. That's like the kind of 80s like Chinese things where they're kind of slightly sad.
No, her stuff is like 90s because there's apparently a 20-year gap between the first and second Drunken Masters.
Oh.
I did not know that, and Jackie Chan does not show the age.
Yeah, he's still making movies.
Yeah, he is.
He's doing it.
And age is finally showing on him. So.
Yeah, you can tell he ain't doing his police story like where he's doing the stunts and the guys are waiting at the bottom with the stretcher, so he does the stunt onto the
stretcher and off to the hospital.
Yeah, like every scene in that movie like ends with Jackie Chan on his stretcher, like because it's just him being taken to the.
There's
hospital.
a really good YouTube video of him telling about sliding down that pole with the electricity going off, and how like whenever he got up like just full max charge with energy. When he got to the set for the other movie he was simultaneously filming, the energy was gone. He couldn't even open the door.
Yeah. So is that it with you?
Yeah, that and I picked up some manga called Oshimbo, I think is what it's called. You know those like travel shows about going around and finding different foodstuffs?
Oh yeah.
It's that but a manga, and it's like Japanese focused.
Okay, so it's basically Anthony Bourdain's No Reservations, the manga.
Yeah. Except the just food, none of the like.
But that's what I mean. It's travel. It's Food Network the manga.
Yeah, food travel show the manga,
but the good version, not like the bad Food Network because you don't watch it. But when are we gonna get Man vs. Food the manga?
I feel like it's probably already out there.
Yeah, it's probably like Shokugeki no Soma / a food guide. Then.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We can talk about the Nintendo Direct a little bit. Did you watch it?
I did, but like I don't even really know what to say about it. Like I can't really remember what games they announced.
Okay, so I'll keep you. These are I'll say the things that I cared about.
Yeah, I know like the one or two things I care about.
All right, so it started off and it showed Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, see, I came in late, so I saw your tweet. I was like, oh, I wonder what they announced.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. But then they talked more about it later in the Direct.
And I'm like, yeah, Mario Maker 2. I'm probably going to get it because that game is really good. That may actually be the game that convinces me to buy a Nintendo Online. It's not expensive, but I just like...
What do you play online on a Switch?
Nothing, but I would download levels online.
Exactly.
That's worth $5 a year.
I'm disappointed there's no Mario 2.
I'm not like it's like I am kind of I would have even liked it if they would have done one of like the Game Boy Marios.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of had like a very like a Mario 2 would have been interesting. I would like the Game Boy Mario. I want to see if this one they do the thing I kind of wanted them to do where you can mix and match the styles. You can go from like Mario 1 and then have like a light world, dark world level where like now you're in Mario 1, you go through a door, and now you're in like Mario 3 or something.
The way the Giant Beast cast were talking about it, I kept thinking like you can do that now, but I think it's just like poor.
Well, I don't think we know yet. Yeah. I don't think
it's so early.
Yeah.
But just the way they were talking about it, like Dan made it sound like that was going on in the levels, but I think he just was poorly expressing like switching between build types.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting. And then we talked about what else was on?
I don't know. Let's see. The big ones I remember are Astral Chain.
Well, that's the showstopper. To me, that's the showstopper.
See, to me, it's still
Link's Awakening.
No, that I don't really.
Fire
care.
Emblem.
No, I really don't care about that one.
Tetris Battle Royale.
No, the Ex Machina one. I can't remember.
Oh, Damon Ex Machina.
That's the one I'm most interested in. I don't have a Twitch, so it's like.
Gotta mute your phone.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, it's fine.
I got a Twitter notification.
Oh man, someone responded.
No, this is about something else.
All right, we got.
So breaking news. from 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2 plus.
No. Do it.
From a week ago.
Do it. You gotta share with the class.
Hot off the presses, we'll be bringing Neo Geo Classic, the King of Fighters 97 global match to PS4 next Friday. So that's this Friday, the 22nd.
All right.
Okay. Hey, China apparently loves 97 the best.
Huh.
Yeah,
they don't like 98 the best?
They like 97. It's more story focused because 98's all dream match stuff.
Yeah.
So 97's more story focused. And like everyone's viable because everyone's broken.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's one of those.
When it's a syndrome.
Yeah.
So Tetris Battle Royale, I think it's cool. I think
it's a weird idea.
I think it's like
I retweeted it. I like that like all the like stay-at-home moms.
Oh yeah, they're getting
like
real
like all the boomer moms are destroying people.
They're tough because Tetris is a universal game.
Everyone loves Tetris,
and the skills keep up. I think the thing about it, if Nintendo wants to convince people to like subscribe to their service, I think a good way is just every couple months announce something like 2 or 3 of those kind of games a year. It's just, here's this weird little game. You just get it.
I don't feel like 2 or 3 is enough. I feel like it's...
Well, because you're also combination with like their NES backlog.
That's true.
But I'm saying like you're getting all that, and then you get like an original kind of weird online game every so often.
But it's also in their service like $2 a month or something.
I think it's like $5 a year, or maybe 10 a year. It
is dirt cheap. I don't even think they really need this kind of stuff to make you.
I do.
I don't, because the games are. When you buy a game if it's going to be one you're playing online or not. Like Splatoon 2, I would still be playing online if I had a Switch. Smash, I would be playing online if I had a Switch.
Yeah, see, I guess that's the difference between, like, just in general. Because for me, neither of those, like, Splatoon, maybe. I kind of got but, like, Smash is not one I would play online. To me, it has to be, like, the games I want to play online are, like, the weirder stuff. Like, I want the Tetris Battle Royale. I want, like, the Mario Party. Like, the games where it's like...
Okay, I'm calling you a liar. You do not want to play Mario Party online.
No, not that. But, like Pokemon I would do. It's stuff where, to me, it has to, like... If there's, like, a multiplayer mode and, like, whatever, Damon X Machina. I'd be like, maybe... And I think but it has to be sort of like different. Like I have the PlayStation 4, and it basically, if I could play it on the PS4, I wouldn't want to play Fortnite on the Switch because I can play it on other devices.
Yep.
But if it was like, yo, here's this weird Nintendo game that you can only play. Here's like a Metroid Prime battle or like a Bomberman or so. It's like, okay, that's weird. I'll play it. But yeah, so there's Yoshi.
Animal Crossing online.
Actually, that would be one, because I think that would be one where it's like, no, the whole point is to visit other people.
Exactly, that makes sense.
So it's that, like, I want Nintendo games online, and like Smash, for people I get it. It's just I'm not really Smash. Like competitive Smash, I'm not really that. I like Smash as a the casual with Ida. Like, to me, it's a party game. Yeah. If you like competitive Smash, good. I'm not gonna down.
But I think that game, I love it so much more when it's a 4-player free for all.
Yeah. Oh, I think it
just feels so much better.
It's to me, it's sort of like, and this is a stretch of an analogy, but this is what we do here, where like the Pokemon games, to me, they feel like after a certain point they're all balanced for doubles, even though that's not the format that the game makes you play. And Smash, to me, kind of feels balanced for 4-player free-for-all, but that's not they've done better.
See, I was gonna say that's like not even true anymore.
I mean, with like Post 4 and Ultimate, I think they've done. But to me, it's always felt more like, the game's meant to be played like that. But whatever. You enjoy Smash, whatever. Yoshi's coming out. I probably won't buy it.
Yeah,
that game's probably a charming, delightful romp, but it's not worth the money to me.
Yeah.
Like, you
I
got.
just don't care about Yoshi games.
I thought Yoshi's Island
Really,
Super
like,
Nintendo's really
man, more and more, like, I don't even really care so much about Nintendo's main franchises.
I do,
Like,
but it's
I don't really care about Mario and his expanded cast.
there's a I think do you kind of agree because I kind of have this feeling, and I think Jeff Gershman said it, where it's that new Super Mario Brothers kind of art style.
No, it's not even that. Like, it's just in general, like, I don't know, I've just never really cared about Mario. The only time I have is, like, Donkey Kong on the Game Boy.
Oh man, that's a good
Yeah,
game.
that's, like, probably the first game I remember beating.
That's a good game. Like, okay, so I will probably be okay. So you saw The Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
What do you think of the graphics?
I'm fine with them. I think they look like Mii's.
I think that they look good. As I've said on Twitter, I think that shows kind of like, he's in a dream. Spoilers. Like this is the whole. It's supposed to look different,
but like, honestly, I don't actually like it that much. But I also like whenever I see a new Zelda game. A, I don't have a Switch, and B, even if I did, I probably wouldn't buy a new Zelda game.
I liked it. So I think one of my problems with Zeldas is that they tried to do a thing where they're connecting all the timelines and they're connecting and saying like, oh, here's where Wind Waker goes, and then they go. I liked it better when every Zelda was just someone's retelling of that kind of Ganon Link story. So you had like, this is like Wind Waker is someone's like interpretation of this story, and this is like, this is kind of a child kind of like, this is the fairy tale interpretation of like Link and what he does.
Yeah,
I like that better than here's a timeline of specific A, B, C, D.
I think a vocal minority ruined that. I think most people didn't think about it and didn't care about it, but a vocal minority said, well, we can put the games in this order.
It's the game theory ruined it, because the game that the people that really want to know, it's like like it doesn't matter.
Just don't think about it.
That's a thing in Eastern storytelling, and it is to an extent in Western as well, where thing is done for a thematic reason rather than like a world. Like, why is this here? It's like it's meant to evoke something. It's not really meant to like.
Grant Morrison says it best of like, you have to just accept this as a comic, otherwise you start asking the question of who changes the Batmobile's tires,
or what's really going on if you think about the transporter in Star Trek, and how technically that thing might be like killing Prestige, and like it might actually be a remote clone instead of an actual like thing.
Real deal.
Yeah. Abyss. No, Astral Chain looks great. I have it's pushing all my buttons. I've discovered that anime like Future Cop might be one of my favorite genres of things.
Yeah,
because I'm like yeah. Apparently, also the character director, even though they didn't say it, is the guy who was character director on Tiger and Bunny. So if you want to connect the dots, then yes, Astral Chain is Double Decker Doug.
It works.
And my headcanon is that's just on like another. So like Double Decker Doug's going on, and like a country over, this is just happening.
This is Europe.
Yeah, this is what's going on over there.
Double Decker is America. Tiger and Bunny's Japan.
Yeah, this is what's going on in like the Eastern Europe version, where it's just like, it's just happening. It's anime's going on. I think it's great. Like it's that game. I love. Oh man, it feels like it's a slam dunk. And that's kind of it. You have anything else to say? Anything about Nintendo? Anything about anything?
I saw a lot of people complaining about the DMC5 demo because there's no dodge mechanic.
Oh, the scrub coding.
Yeah, that was real good.
Well, they do that, and I think it's this might be a topic for another show. So I'm gonna leave like a preview of a potential preview. But I feel like I'm getting to the point where I can't keep up with anything anymore. Like it's less and less. I feel like
You got to pick mediums to leave behind.
I'm even like having to pick like specific things I like to leave behind. I like real.
Well, Kevin, if you cut out all the garbage you ingested, then you could just spend it on good stuff.
Well, no, so I need a little bit of trash. But what I mean is like I haven't beaten like Claire B in Resident Evil 2. And that was because Hitman came out. I wanted to play Hitman, and then Apex Legends, and I wanted to try that. And then it's so like even things I like are like getting rearranged.
Yeah.
It's and that I feel like getting old is and having to do that and accepting that is I'm still on the journey of like sometimes I'm not current. But then that lets me go like when in like middle of the summer I was like I'm bored. I'm like, man, have you guys seen about like I'm like getting to something real late. I'm like, this show's incredible. It's kind of that's kind of like being Hitman. We're like
you're over a year. The sequel's already out.
Yeah, like the first guy, like, yo, this Hitman game is sick.
You guys check this game out. Thanks, Grandpa.
And I feel like that's me. So that's my podcast preview of another topic for another time.
Old man problems.
Old man problems. That could be a title of this. Okay.
I don't think that's this week.
No, but I think like. In a lot of issues I've had where like I think of names for the podcast that like I'm on my brain like, nah, that's a good name for this podcast. And then I'm like, nah, like Old Man Problems is good. I wanted to name it Midnight Fog because that was the lyric in the Cobra theme song. But then I realized that made me think we're like a vaping podcast. But then I was like, well, maybe people will think we're a vape and listen to it and be really disappointed.
Be like, okay, but now when do you get the vape stuff?
Yeah.
Come on.
Like, a lot of like anime theme song, like my things go, like The Real Folk Blues would be a good name for a podcast.
Yeah.
Basically, pull old Iraqi and just steal things that you thought
just steal
cool.
names. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I got nothing. Later days.
Later days.
Later days.